The next speaker is Kathy Olane. Olane, please come forward, followed by Len Gato. Len Gato.
Speak in the mic.
My name is Kathy Olane, and I live in Mission. And I'm here out of concern for the environment and the health of the population, be it human or animal, and most importantly, the water quality. So that's why I'm here. In the course of my investigations into failing health at a location in Cedar Valley, these pictures are just random, by the way. I just want people to see what's happening to our water in this valley, because it's not being addressed.
I hope, Kathy, you will be focusing on the bylaws and the Silverdale, because otherwise I may have to ask you to go and reorganize your presentation to focus on the bylaws. But go ahead, I'll let you know if you're not sure.
Well, it has to do with the environment and my concerns for such a large development in this area.
I do recognize that there is broad environmental concerns, but I have to focus the discussion to these three bylaws. Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I have been told and have learned many things previously unknown to me about how business is conducted in this and the broader area of the valley. There appears to be questionable conduct in practice at the municipal, provincial, and federal level relative to issues in this, amongst other municipal regions of the Fraser Valley, relative to environmental practices, as well as corporate interest decision-making and development decisions. Not only have I learned many previously unknown facts about questionable processes conducted in the business of this region, but I became a student of science previously unknown to me as conditions present became part of what I needed to know. Engineers had recommended that the Cedar Valley area should not be developed until there was an alternative to septic systems, as septic systems could not ever function there correctly. Engineers' advice was ignored. Development went ahead anyway.
Can I suggest that right now you are actually way out there?
Well, no, I'm not, because Genstar, under a different name, was involved in the Cedar Valley development process. So I'm not out of line.
Can you clarify that?
Genstar, under a different name, was involved in the development of Cedar Valley.
I don't understand.
Of course.
I don't understand that, because I don't believe that that's a fact.
What is different?
Did you know that Genstar was sued in the U.S. in the case of a massive development project for destroying a sensitive ecosystem? They guaranteed that the ecosystem would be protected and preserved.
Kathy, I'm sorry. I may have to rule you out of order because you are not focusing on the bylaws.
I am. This is, the environment is part of this process, is it not? And I've listened to speaker after speaker since I started coming here that have been talking about the environment. Why can't I?
I appreciate, if you need to teach me about the broader perspective of the environment, I would encourage you to make an appointment, come and talk to me at City Hall. But this meeting is about three bylaws: Silverdale,
That's right.
the land use, and the rezoning, and the phase development.
Land use, or abuse.
No,
Well, you know, I'm trying to tell you something here that people have a right to know, and you're not going to let me say it. And that's the thing that's been going on for 5 years now.
I'm afraid. I'm going to keep on encouraging you to speak to the Silverdale, the bylaws that we're speaking.
Okay, well, just look at these pictures then,
Okay.
and I'll tell you what's out here.
Thank you.
Amongst what is already plaguing our waters and consequently our soil and vegetation here are microorganisms. Unnatural, some being laboratory produced, and some mutated strains of mold, fungus, yeast, algae, bacteria. There's community acquired staph infection in the soil out here. There have also been unusually high readings of trihalomethane in drinking water, eroding copper from the copper piping itself, sewage, pesticides, all manner of farm runoff, storm drain contents, rat poison, to name a few, in drinking water, through infrastructure breaches, which are plentiful. Methylmercury, increasingly worsening presence of arsenic, methane gas in the environment, to name a few. The live organisms are now altered by and allowed to overaccumulate as a result of long-standing contamination.
Mr. Mayor, can I ask a question?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Kathy. I'm not trying to be obstructive. I have a couple of questions. The first is, are any of these pictures of the area in question, or are they? I saw one with the sign from Horn Creek.
They're all over the valley. Some of them are out here, yes.
So,
All along, if you go along the Lougheed Highway there, all along the Lougheed Highway out towards just out of town here, all the ditches look like this.
Okay, so this is, if you could, when they come up, identify the ones that are of particular concern. The other question is there a particular practice that you feel is being done, or is being proposed to be done in Neighborhood 1 that led to some of these things that you're talking about? I'm not clear.
If you guys don't want to hear this and you don't want the public to be able to hear it.
No, I want to hear it. I want to ask.
You don't want the public to hear it.
No, I'm asking a specific question, Kathy. I'm trying to get at what practice led to what you're describing, so that we as a council would know that it shouldn't happen in Neighborhood 1.
Mismanagement. Some of the contributors to this environmentally destructive trend are poor farming practice, horribly inadequate infrastructure in this waterlogged region, which is key here. The potable water treatment chemicals themselves, or compounds, are contributing to this. Septic effluent and garbage mismanagement. Hydro transformers complete with DDT dumped in lakes, which are part of our watershed system. Botched bioremediation efforts. Past mining activity and even past military activity, which includes rumors of Agent Orange having been dumped in lakes and buried in the valley from days of its local production. And the list goes on and on. It's mismanagement of the ecosystem. Simple. And what leads to it is greed. Greed first, and everything else comes after that. That's the problem, and that's my concern with this development.
Kathy, I think you would agree that I have spent literally hours going through these things with you and talking and getting you
No,
help
that's not me,
and information.
that's somebody else, that's Debbie.
All right, Debbie.
That's not me.
All right.
You've not spoken to me.
Was part of it, right. Well, the same problem.
But that's not-
We've had the medical officer look at it. No, my point is, all this has been presented to council, taken seriously, investigated. It is not in any way linked directly with what we're looking at tonight, which is
Yes, it
Neighbourhood
is.
1. No.
This is what the waters already look like, and this is gonna get worse if you add
Therefore,
further development.
consideration of Neighbourhood 1 will not affect this, because if this is
Yes,
here
it will,
now,
Jenny. This, you,
I give up.
Councillor Stevens, I'll keep on guide her to give us. I need Kathy, or you can continuously link it to the Neighborhood 1.
I have some questions for Jen Starr.
Yeah,
Okay.
continue
How's that?
linking
We'll ask
into
the
the
questions.
Neighborhood 1.